There's this quiet lie we tell ourselves sometimes that things will just get better. Not because we did anything differently, but just because time passed. Like one day we'll wake up and suddenly feel motivated, suddenly feel healed, or suddenly become the version of ourselves we keep thinking about. But days go by, then weeks, and somehow everything still feels the same. Same habits, same thoughts, same cycle you promised you'd break tomorrow. And it's not that you don't want change. You do. You think about it all the time. In those random moments during the day, in the quiet before you fall asleep, in the version of your life you replay in your head. The one where you finally start. The one where you're disciplined, focused, at peace. But thinking about change isn't the same as choosing it. And that's the hard part no one really talks about. Because choosing change doesn't feel inspiring at first. It feels uncomfortable. It feels like forcing yourself to get up when your body wants to stay. Like doing the thing you've been avoiding, even when you don't feel ready. Like breaking a pattern that's been part of you for so long. It almost feels like who you are. And that's where most people stop. Not because they're lazy, but because change asks something from you. It asks for consistency when you're tired, honesty when it's easier to make excuses, effort when you'd rather wait for motivation. And yeah, it's easier to stay the same. There's comfort in it, even if it's not making you happy. Even deep down, you know you're meant for more than this version of your life. Because staying the same feels safe, but it also keeps you stuck in the same place you've been trying to escape. And that's the truth. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Not your mindset, not your situation, not the way you feel about yourself. Something has to shift, even if it's small, even if it doesn't look like much to anyone else. Maybe it's getting up a little earlier. Maybe it's finally starting that thing you've been putting off. Maybe it's letting go of something you know isn't good for you anymore. It doesn't have to be a complete life overhaul, just a different choice. One small decision that your old self wouldn't have made. Because real change, it doesn't happen all at once. It happens in quiet moments like that. The one no one sees. The ones that don't feel big enough to matter. But they do. They always do. So if you've been waiting for the right time or the right feeling to start, well, this is it. Not because everything is perfect, but because it never will be. And maybe that's okay. Maybe you don't need perfect conditions. Maybe you just need to stop waiting and start choosing differently. Even if it's just for today.